Hello, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. This is the Diaspora Panel, the voice of the diaspora. And thank you for tuning in again. And I want to say congratulations to all Nigerians, especially the president-elect, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has been elected as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Also, congratulations also to his device, former Governor Kashim Shettima, and to all the senators and members of House of Reps and all those new governors and the old governors who have been, reappointed to their posts. I want to say congratulations to everybody. Today, we want to talk about the ongoing elections. Particularly, we want to talk about Lagos and Oyo State. Before we continue, let me introduce my co-speaker, Mr. Ademola Adisa, co-panelist rather, who is based in the United Kingdom. Mr. Adisa, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
So today, Demola, we are going to be talking about the governorship election results in Ibadan and in Lagos. So in these two states, these are two key states in the Southwest. In Lagos, during the presidential election, we saw a win by the Labour Party from 580,000 to 570,000 by the Labour Party. So everybody is expected, there's an expectation. Everybody's expecting that the Labour Party will produce their first governor in Lagos. But unfortunately, it looks like that didn't happen. So, Demola, between the 25th of February and the 18th or 17th or 18th of March, 18th of March, what happened? How did Labour lose an election that they won 2 weeks ago? How did they now come to lose? What happened in Lagos, Demola?
Thank you very much. If you remember the last election, the last episode of our meeting, I told you that the presidential election, their performance was so fantastic in Lagos, and they have overspent their joker, that they should have reserved that joker for Lagos for the governorship election. Imagine if they have come second or third or whatever in Lagos, and now they come around to use that joker for the governorship election. You can see the gravity of that, how that will be in Lagos. So they have opened up themselves. They have used all their tactics and everything and spent it on Obi's election in Lagos, only for them to be exposed enough for the APC or other candidate to now checkmate them. So that is my analysis. That is my belief at exactly what goes on. And actually, Lagos is a very, very sensitive and dynamic election. We have seen the after effect of the presidential election in Lagos, and the crossing of the Labour Party as, yes, they won, but they were not magnanimous in their victory. They outplay it, they brag about it, they really make so much noise about it, and to the extent that they forgot who they are in Lagos. And that brought reality to Lagosians. And then it also energized the APC and the other parties to really make sure that they don't make that mistake that they make at the presidential election again.
Thank you very much, Demola. One thing that is very, very disturbing is the kind of campaigns that was run in Lagos. We saw a few of the political players, threatening that if you don't want to vote for APC, stay in your house. and there are a lot of what I call there's a lot of things going on, like people are being chased around because they are from a certain ethnic group, and this is all being said on, if you look into the social media, there's a lot of abuses, cross abuses going on between especially the Igbos and the Yorubas. And, some people are claiming that the Igbos said Lagos is a no man's land. Although no Igbo has ever come out to say that Lagos is a no man's land. But it seems to, and then the Labour presidential candidate, we heard that his mother is Igbo. But should that be, something to campaign about? Demola, what do you think about the kind of campaign that have been run by the two parties?
Okay. I still refer you to, because the presidential election of 25th of February was very much a national election. But the governorship, as well as the State House of Assembly, is more local. So we are coming right to the grassroots. And that is when it's a small culture and personality and individual heritage of become more pronounced. Now, it's unfortunate that a lot of, either we like it or not, we are running to face reality. Religion, tribalism play a lot in our politics as of today. And that is reality. We have to be sincere to ourselves, irrespective of the regions. Religion and tribalism play a lot. Everybody still click to want people of their religion or want people of their ethnic background to be, not only in the wider scale, even at the minuscule, very tiny level, at macro level, everybody, you go back, and the more the politics is going down to the local, the more this is even more pronounced. Now, we need to learn a lot, because if the the people, son of the soil have to be, is everywhere. It's pronounced both where in the west, in the east, or in the north. So people really usually come back to the grassroots, to who they belong to, when the politics is coming down closer to the people. So I wasn't surprised with that, but the level at which it's now trying to affect our national heritage, our coexistence, is where we have to be very careful. Now, who play on religion, who play on tribalism or ethnic issues? It's the politicians. The moment the election goes on like this, we forget about all these things. We relate together, we do everything, but it's only the politicians that try to use these divisive tactics to get their vote. The moment they get it, then it becomes as if nothing happened again. So they do anything at all costs to bring everything down. We have a lot that bring us together than just election. They're just politics. Nobody remember who somebody is all along until now, when it's become election time. That is when our tribes and our religion and it's becoming more pronounced, because the weak politicians use these tools to get power. And we are being so gullible that we are buying into it.
Okay. Yeah. So one final question about this Lagos debacle is that now Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu got 570,000 votes. Sanwo is getting something, close to about 1 million, about 750,000, up and above, So as Sanwo now, because now he's got more vote than Tinubu in Lagos, does he now hold Lagos? Has he, got this on his own merit?
Now, I still refer us to the last meeting, because we are trying to analyze why there was an upset in Lagos. And one of the things I said was that the Lagosians were complicit, very complicit in that election. A lot of people don't, because they believe it's always a walkout. APC always a work, so why worry? But they really underestimate the Obi factor in Lagos. And Obi factor is the one that really energized non-indigenous, especially people of Eastern extraction, to vote en masse for Obi, while a lot of the Yorubas were passive. But that outcome of that election really become an eye-opener. And that is why there were massive turnout from the Yorubas in Lagos to really make sure that it doesn't happen again. And people cannot claim to be owning the Lagos because they have that massive vote for Obi. That is one. The other thing that we need to realize is that the work that is on Tinubu is beyond Lagos. He has to go all over Nigeria. He doesn't concentrate in looking for votes in Lagos all alone. So he makes sure his vote is nationally spread. So his concentration is more than just a state. It's over the 36 states, the other 35 states, including Abuja. So he has to, because there is now a concentration of effort now, since the presidency is gone by APC in Lagos, then that makes it more, because if you look at the lieutenants of Tinubu, they are mostly in Lagos, and they were always they are out with him to spread, to get canvassing for vote nationally, not really taking care of Lagos itself, because they believe Lagos is already secured. But they were surprised that it's not that secure. So everybody have to come back home after the presidential election to really solicit for votes. Because if you realize, before the national election, before the presidential election, Sanwo was not even campaigning as much in Lagos for himself. They were not going down. All they are concentrating on is only on the presidency.
Okay, Demola, let me pause you there. Well, I think Sanwo actually merited it. In the last 4 years, he performed very, very well. And in the last few days, he really went out to campaign. He reached everybody that needs to be. Yeah, he reached everywhere. He got in contact with everybody, and he was all over the place. And so we have to give it to him. I think, and he's a wonderful guy. Sanwo is a wonderful guy, and he's much loved by everybody in Lagos. So I think he deserved that win. I think that win, although he's still seen as a figurehead governor, somebody as a placeholder for Ashwaji Tinubu. But I think that in this election, he has won the election by himself. He did his own campaign, and he merited what he got. So, but let's go briefly to Oyo State. Exactly the same thing has happened. During the presidential election, APC won, even though PDP is the incumbent. It's a PDP governor that is the incumbent in Oyo State. And everybody, was thinking Seyi Makinde will lose that seat, and that Teslim Folarin of the APC will win, because Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is the national leader of APC. But what has happened is a landslide victory for Seyi Makinde of PDP, who has won a landslide victory. So, what exactly happened?
The victory of Seyi Makinde, Engineer Seyi Makinde, is not something that is unexpected. We also said in our last video that certainly, because APC won the presidency in Oyo State, doesn't mean that they will win the governorship. We predicted that certainly that Seyi Makinde will win. There are two main factors to that. One is his delivery of service is so much somebody that actually worked for the development of Oyo State. Now, let me historically, if I can bring it to you, because we have something in Oyo State that's say that you don't return people for second term. And the only person that did it, that was first, the only governor that ever returned for a second was Ajimobi, Governor Ajimobi. Yeah, all others gone up before him. Even Chief Bolage, as good as he was not returned for the second time. The same thing is Akala. We don't. Yes, it's not. Yeah, he has it. Not because there are some things that there are always something. In as much as Ibadan, there is a very sensitive. Oyo State is a very sensitive state. They give you on performance. But Chief Bolage performed very well. He's one of the best governors that we ever have in that state. But he insulted the people of Ibadan, and he was paid back with Omowa Nyoshe, and that is why Chief Odunoyo was able to become governor, succeed the people, because of the insult. So the same thing is Ladoja. Ladoja was very good. It was very bad because he was stepping on the toe of the B, like Chief Adedibu, and he made sure that he doesn't, because Adedibu supported him to be there, and when he became governor, he was not paying back. Then they get rid of him because of that. Akala wasn't delivering as much when he was governor, and they saw that his performance is not as credible as expected, so he was voted out for the second time. Ajimobi was able to be voted in because of the performance.
Let me just pause you to give a direction. What impact do you think, there's a breakaway faction of APC led by Adilabu, and that is the former deputy governor, I think, of for your state. Yeah, I think he went eventually to SDP. So
no, Accord.
Is it Accord or SDP?
It's Accord. It's Accord.
Yeah. So what impact do you think that made in the result of the election? Do you think that broke the party into two?
Actually, it did. The fractionalization of APC in Oyo State with during the primary, with Adelabu going away, leaving the party, is very unfortunate because it's really divided the party than their forces. That is one, but the other thing that work against APC is Teslim is also not somebody that have the charisma, the antecedent, the wherewithal to stand the caliber of Engineer Seyi Makinde. So, and that's
hold on, Demola. Teslim Folani has been in politics before Seyi Makinde came into politics. So what do you mean by doesn't have the charisma?
Yeah, he's been in politics. What is achievement? What have he done? What would know him as much? Understand? Even during this campaign, it's not even pronounced as much. His presence is not felt. Understand? So that is one factor. You can't compare. The power of occupancy is there, and Seyi Makinde is able to pinpoint what he has done. He has done a lot for your state in terms of infrastructure, and especially with the payment of salary, because previous government where they were having problems with salary or whatever. So people are really appreciating that their salary is consistent, which to me, I don't usually see that as an achievement, because that is an obligation that I believe everybody should be able to meet. So, but the workers are very happy with that. And it's one of the things that helping. And also, apart from all this, the G5 factor also enable him to have an easy sailing, because of there is either written or unwritten or signed agreement of him playing solo to let the presidency come to the south and never antagonize or impede the ability of APC of Bola Tinubu, to have a win in Oyo State. And in the essence,
he delivered the state to Ashimon.
He delivered Oyo State for Tinubu. So, and we expect that Tinubu and the party should also be reciprocate that gesture. So I don't think there is much fight from APC in really having that governorship election.
Okay, thank you, Demola. Let's just talk briefly. We have about 2 minutes to talk about Ogun State. There we have the Eleyi of Nigeria, the present governor Dapo Abiodun, who has been squared against two other strong political players, Ladi Adebutu of PDP, and there's somebody else in, I think, ADP or something. I don't remember his name. Otegbeye. So eventually, Dapo Abiodun won that contest. So in the first place, I wasn't expecting Dapo Abiodun to lose because he has the power of incumbency. And if you look at Ogun State in the last few years, every governor, apart from Oshoba, has won a second term. I mean, Benga Daniel did 2 terms, followed by Amosun. Amosun did 2 terms. So I was expecting him to win the second term, but because he was not supported by Amosun. So, how do you think the politics played out in Ogun State?
Dapo Abiodun is very lucky to have won that election. He almost lost it. He only won less than 13,000 votes. And it's a very, very closely contested election. And it became that because the APC in Ogun State is still divided, especially with the former governor Amosun, and running a parallel and supporting another party to that governorship election.
ADP,
So that has really affected Abiodun's chances, but they say he's really very, very lucky to have been re-elected. And the hard time that the party need to come down and he need to make amend with Amosu for the existence of that party, because if there's any election that is still going on like this, I don't think the APC will be able to sustain Ogun State any longer if they continue in that way. And not mind you also that this Eleyi also, if not because of Tinubu actually winning the presidency election, if Tinubu have lost the election, Dapo would not have become back as a governor as well for the state. But because you can see the animosity that was there before Eleyi factor, when he had to retrace his steps, align with Tinubu, and work seriously to make sure that Tinubu become deliver Ogun State for Tinubu, and that is what really ameliorates the effect that will have been. If not for that, he will have even lose that Ogun State as well, because that is a very, very much delicate ground. But I expect him now, since we have the second term, to really work around to bring everybody together back in Ogun State, respect those who deserve the respect, and be humble to all, especially political leaders in Ogun State, for him to have a good second term.
Thank you very much, Demola. So we've come to the end of today's deliberation. I want to thank you.
Before you round up, I just want us to look at players. Is big PDP back in the south of southern Nigeria, southern part of Nigeria, because you can see the presidency that when during the presidential election, it seems that PDP was washed out in most of the states, and they were, especially by Labour Party, that really encroaches and everything. We need to ask, why are they able to retain their votes back to a great extent, and able to win back some of the states that they even lost, especially to the Labour Party, and we are even really good to other parties as well.
Let's discuss that in another thing. I want to make this video short, so
Okay,
I
then.
want to edit that now. Okay, so thank you, everybody. So we've come to the end of today's deliberation. I want to say thank you to Mr. Ademola Adisa, who's based in the United Kingdom. Thank you, Mr. Adisa.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Tejola, and I'm based in the Republic of Ireland. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click on that subscription button. It's free of charge, so that when we do the next video, you'll be one of the first people to know about it. Thank you again for watching, and we hope to see you again next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.